Welcome, Swain High sports fans. We're live here today on this beautiful baseball afternoon as our Maroon Devils will be taking on the Black Knights of Robbinsville. Hope you're excited to tune in for some good baseball action today. Let me set the lineup for you here real quick for our Maroon Devils, as we are 2-4 on the year thus far. Looking to get things turned around as we've been on a 3-game losing streak, but hopefully today that'll all end. On the mound for us today will be, let me find his number here. What number is Darren? We got to find that. But anyways, Darren Blankenship will be doing the pitching today. Batting in the first position for Swain will be number 25, Dawson Lowe. He'll be doing the catching. Number 20, Gage Southards will be out in left field. Number 11, Trey Bradley will be at shortstop. Number 15, Zach Epps will be in center field. Number 14, Jordan McGaha will be taking care of things at third base today. Number 1, Stanley Taylor at second base. Number 9, Dawson Chambers over at first base. Number 8, Caleb Taylor will be doing the DHing today for Darren. And rounding things out today will be number 6, right fielder Craig Cutshaw. For the Black Knights, we have number 7, Hall playing second base. Number 11, Rogers doing the catching. Number 10, McGuire doing the pitching. Number 17, Hedrick at first base. Number 3, Farley in center field. Number 4, Orr at third base. Number 8, Wilkinson out in right field. Number 1, Lane Millsaps will be in center field. And number 5, Peyton Welch will be the DH for number 2, Phillips. So thank you guys for tuning in with us here today, as it is a beautiful day here for baseball as we went through the last couple of days of cold weather. But the good Lord has saw fit today to bring the sunshine out, warm things up a bit, and make it just a gorgeous day for baseball. So we're fixing to get this thing underway here as the catcher is thrown down. The ball's coming in to Darren. And the umpire is getting ready to set things for play, and we're about ready to get underway. So we are in the top half of the first inning here, just getting things underway. Number 7, second baseman Hall for the Black Knights will step in to lead things off today. So umpire checks, asks if everyone's ready to go. He must obviously get the okay. Hall gets the signs, steps to the plate, and we're ready for action. As Blankenship gets the signs, here comes the first pitch. He'll be swung and fouled hard over by third base. So that will be strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike for Darren, as Darren does a great job pitching for our Maroon Devils, as he's had some back issues here recently, but Darren's fighting through that, and I'm sure he'll have a great outing for us today. So Hall steps back in for the second pitch. As that ball will be swung on and fouled, that will be, good gosh, off our building up here. Sorry, guys. That kind of scared me a little bit there. So nonetheless, it is a foul ball, and that will go down as a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes to Hall. So Darren gets the signs. Here comes the pitch from Blankenship. And it will be strike 3. So great job of pitching by Darren to get the first big out of the game. As Hall will go down on strikes, as that is out number 1. So 1 up, 1 out with a strikeout. Stepping to the plate now will be number 11, catcher Rogers. So here comes the pitch from Darren. And it will be low and outside for ball 1. As we do have something kind of special today, we are filming both games simultaneously at the same time. The softball game will actually be live. You'll see this broadcast a little later on, but if you hear some things in the background, that's kind of what's going on with it. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. As Gary Ayers has the softball commentary there behind me, doing a great job. And as I'm over here, we'll try to keep you posted on what's going on there and vice versa, and keep everything rolling right along. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Darren.
We'll see how that works.
And that will be low and outside for ball number 2. Does that look like Darren threw maybe a changeup, curveball type pitch there? Just missed the outside part of the plate as Rogers watched it go by. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's the way it's been so far this year. But let's see if the offense.
So here comes the pitch from Darren.
Our Lady Devils can get those.
It will be low and off the umpire's chest for ball number 3. So Rogers does a good job being patient, working the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. As our Maroon Devils thus far on the year have a record of 2-4. Those 4 losses have come against some very tough competition, as we're actually going to play, I think it is 4 games in 6 days, something crazy like that. So a lot of games being played here by our Maroon Devils. So here comes the 3-1 pitch from Darren. And that will be low and away for ball number 4. So Rogers does a good job drawing the walk. And if you know much about our baseball team this year, they're dealing with just a rash of injuries right now, as for whatever reason it seems to be the the dadgum pattern for all year. It seems like this year we've been bit by the injury bug a little bit, but the guys are doing a good job trying to fight through that. So it's next man up attitude. Number 10, McGuire stepping in, swings on and hits a line shot into left field. As we give chase, Gage Southers gets it. He'll bring it back in. As we hold the runner there on second, so we will have runners on first and second as McGuire hit a shot out into the left field for a hard hit single. So the Black Knights starting to do some damage here in the top half of the first inning with runners on first and second. We do have one out, as there will be a pinch runner over there on first. I think it's number 6, Brooks. So stepping to the plate now for the Black Knights will be number 17, first baseman. That's Big Hedrick. So he's in the cleanup spot. Blankenship will have to work from the stretch now. Gets the signs from low. Here comes the pitch. That is a curveball just outside for ball number 1. So the Maroon Devils played yesterday over at Inca High School. And back to action here today. So 1 ball, no strikes to Hedrick. Here comes the pitch from Blankenship. And that must be a little inside. So ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Hedrick. So Darren toes the rubber, gets the signs from low, checks the runners. Here comes the pitch, runner breaks for third. It will be a strike. Here comes the throw down to third, and he will be safe under the tag. So number 11, Rogers, immediately stole there on the pitch. And he will be safe at third. So the Black Knights have runners on the corners now, first and third with 1 out. 2 balls, 1 strike to Hedrick. So looking to control the damage here by Blankenship. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second, swung on and missed. There'll be no throw, obviously. So McGuire will be safe down at second. But a good fastball there from Darren to get strike number 2. So we'd love to get one more here and get a strikeout and keep these guys stranded right where they are. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch from Blankenship. Curveball will get by the catcher. As they will break for home, he will be safe. And McGuire will come on over to third. So that will be the first run of the game by number 11, Rogers. As he drew a walk and was able to come on around the base pass to score the first run of the game. So I think it may be a full count here to Hedrick. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and number 6, Brooks at third. So Darren checks the runner at third. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and it will be fouled off behind the catcher. So good high pitch there by Darren, trying to get Hedrick to chase. He did, but he just fouled it back behind the catcher. So we stay right where we are. As we're just underway here at Swain County High School. It is 1-0 already in the favor of Robbinsville as they are getting the first crack at this thing today. We're just in the top half of the first inning. So Hedrick steps back into the plate. Darren gets the signs, toes the rubber. Here comes the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit hard off the mound. As runner will score, Trey Bradley breaks to make a play. Couldn't get break and make together there. Sorry about that. Hedrick will be safe down at first base. And that will be Robbinsville's second run of the game as McGuire comes on in to score. So Hedrick hit a line shot and just kind of glanced off Darren's glove, went kind of in between the short and second. Trey went over to try to make a play, couldn't get there in time. So in the bat now will be number 3, Farley, the center fielder for Robbinsville. As Hedrick will stay to run over at first base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. So good live fastball there by Darren to get the first strike there to Farley. So no balls, 1 strike. Looking to keep the damage minimal here in this top half of the first inning. Not a big lead by Hedrick. Swung on and hit hard down third base. As Taylor McGaha makes a play over to second, over to first, and he will be safe at first. So we do get the force out there at second. Good play by McGaha over to Taylor. Tried to turn the double play. Didn't get it in time, but did get that important second out. So there are 2 outs now. Up to the plate now will be third baseman number 4, Orr. Runner breaks for second. Here comes the throw from low. It will be not in time. As good speed there by number 3, Farley. As the Black Knights thus far are being very aggressive on the base pass. as that will be the second stolen base so far of the first inning. Coach Steve Manley says hello. So 2 outs, runner on second base now. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit high into the outfield. Here comes Gage Southers, gets under it, makes the play, and that will be the third out of the inning. So after a half of the inning here, we are in the top half of the first. It will be Robbinsville 2. Swain coming up to bat the first time. Welcome back here, Swain High sports fans, as we are now in the bottom half of the first inning, as our Maroon Devils looking to come up to bat for the first time and try to answer those 2 runs that the Black Knights put on the board early. As Robbinsville did strike early and often there, they got a couple runners on, were able to steal some bases, manufacture a good hit, and put 2 runs across the board. So we're looking to kind of even things up here, get ahead if we can. Up to bat first for our Maroon Devils will be number 25, catcher Dawson Lowe. And here comes the first pitch from McGuire. And it will be low and inside, so good eye there by Dawson. As Dawson is our leading hitter on the year. He's batting .467 on the year. So doing a good job there behind the plate and with the bat. Here comes the next pitch. And that will be a ball, so ball number 2. So I'm sure the Devils looking to be patient here. Coach Schuler giving the signs, trying to make McGuire work, make sure that he's hitting the spots he needs to, and that we're not swinging at crazy stuff. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Swung on, it will be hit. It could be trouble. And it will be a fair ball. So nice job of Dawson Lowe getting that leadoff hit. He will be safe down at first. Sorry about the pause there. We do only have one umpire over here today, so I was waiting for the home plate umpire to give a signal fair or foul, and obviously it worked in our favor. So up to bat now, second guy will be number 20, freshman Gage Southers. He's out in the left field today. Made a good catch there at the end of the last inning. So Gage looking to get Dawson on across. Oh boy, as we're caught in a pickle here. As the pitcher threw the ball over to first, Hedrick gives chase. He will get it down, but I don't think he's in time. He will be safe. So good job by Dawson Lowe there as he broke to steal, and the pitcher threw over to first base. Hedrick gave chase, and Dawson was able just to get to second before Hedrick decided to make the throw. So good heads-up play there by number 25, Dawson Lowe. He will be safe. So Gage looking to get the bat going here on this early year, trying to get that average up and get Dawson across, and let's get this thing going. Here comes the pitch. It will be bunted. Nice bunt. Lowe will break for third. He'll be safe easy. He will take the turn and give a look, and he will make the turn back, so he will be safe. So nice sacrifice bunt there by Gage Southers. As that will be the first out of the inning. So stepping to the plate now will be number 11, shortstop Trey Bradley. Trey hitting .375 on the year. Big spot here for Trey. Look to get Dawson home, cut this lead in half. Lowe gets a huge break as that ball will be high and away for ball number 1 to Trey. So Dawson just had a huge jump that time down the third base line there. He's trying to keep McGuire's eye on him there, make him a little nervous. So Trey steps back into the box. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from McGuire. Curveball as Trey ducks down under it to take ball number 2. So nice job of Trey there working McGuire early. Looking for base runners any way we can get them here. So 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Trey. Lowe gets the lead at third. And that will be strike number 1, straight down the middle. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As Lowe did reach safely on a single, and Gage Southern sacrifice bunted him on around. So we are at third base. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit high into the outfield. Lowe will come back to tag at third. Center fielder gets under it. He makes the play, so that will be an out. And Lowe will be safe at home. So that will be the first run of the game for Swain High. So that will be out number 2. Let me get this written down here in my scorebook. That will be an F8 out to the center fielder. So 2 down, 1 run across. Cleanup batter, number 15, Zach Epps playing center field. Zach's hitting .333 on the year. Looking to keep this inning going for us. Swung on, actually. That will be outside. Sorry about that. So 1 ball, no strikes to Zach Epps. Zach's a senior. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. Will be a curveball, and that will be a strike. May have caught Zach by surprise there a little bit as Zach kind of buckled there, maybe looking for a fastball. But nonetheless, 1 ball, 1 strike. So here comes the pitch from McGuire. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. Pretty lively fastball there by McGuire. So Epps in the hole early here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And it is hit high as a third baseman tries to get under it. He calls for it. And does not make the play. Falls out of his glove. So big break there from the Maroon Devils as Zach will be safe down at first. So that will go down as an E5. As Zach hit a towering fly ball out here. Third baseman got under it, but just could not squeeze it in the glove. So Zach will be safe at first. Up to bat now, number 14, third baseman, McGuire. As Jordan's hitting 188 on the year, looking to get that average going a little bit. Big spot here to try to keep this first inning alive. So time is called. Jordan steps in. We're ready to play now. McGuire will work from the stretch now. Zach safe over at first. Gets the lead. Here comes a throwback. And he will be in safely this time.
Down to second base. We have some very good base runners.
So good job by Zach there. And Coach Mateeth over there reading the pickoff move. So looking for the first pitch to Jordan. Here it comes. Swung on it, will be hit. It's a slow roller. Third baseman breaks over. Can't get the glove down, and he will be safe as well. So McGuire hits a little slow roller down between the pitcher and the third baseman. Third baseman just could not get his glove on the ground, so it will be safe. So the Maroon Devils have runners now on first and second. Still 2 outs. As we do have 1 run across the plate. Stepping up now will be number 1, second baseman, Stanley Taylor. Stanley hitting 308 on the year. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on it. Will be fouled off behind for strike number 1. So a nice job there by Stanley. Getting the bat on the ball. We'll look to put one in play out here somewhere and get these runs across. So here comes the 0-1 pitch to Taylor. It will be low behind the catcher. Epps breaks for third. McGuire to second. Both will be standing up and both will be safe. So runners on second and third now with 2 outs. And it is a 1-1 count to Taylor, so McGuire will go from the wind-up now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard towards the shortstop. He gets his glove down, comes up with a throw, but it will be wild, and Taylor will be safe. So Epps scores to tie this game at 2-2. McGuire will be safe at third. So a couple of costly errors here for the Black Knights so far this inning, but to no avail as it's going to help us. So it's 2-2. Up to bat now will be number 9, freshman Dawson Chambers, playing first base today as he swings and misses on the first one for strike number 1. As Swain is really young in some spots this year on this varsity lineup. As I've already told you, Gage Southard's a freshman. Dawson Chambers, a freshman. Got some couple sophomores mixed in. That ball is swung on and hit hard into the outfield. Center fielder Lane Millsaps makes the play, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Maroon Devils can get 2 across the plate. So after 1 full inning of play, it will be Robbinsville 2, Swain 2. All right, guys, we are back now. We'll be in the top of the 2nd inning as 1 full inning has been played, as it is a tie ball game now, 2-2. So Darren Blankenship looking to kind of hit the groove here in this 2nd inning, and let's try to make a 1-2-3 go of it here. Stepping to the plate now will be number 8, right fielder Wilkinson. As here comes the first pitch from Darren. Ooh, must have been a little low as the umpire calls ball number 1. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but nonetheless, we don't have the vantage point that the umpire has, so we've got to go with what he says anyway. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the second pitch from Darren. Swung on, it will be hit hard out in the left field as number 20, Gage Southers, gets under it, and he will make the play. So that will be the 1st out of the inning. So that's a couple of nice plays out there from Gage as he's actually made the last 2 outs. So 1 down. Up to bat now will be number 1, center fielder Lane Millsaps. So Darren looking to keep him off the base paths. Here comes the pitch. It will be way behind for strike number 1. So good start here to the top half of the 2nd inning. So no balls, 1 strike. So Lane digs in. Blankenship gets the signs from low. Here comes the pitch. And it will be a ball. So ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As you're probably familiar with the name Lane Millsaps, he was a heck of a football player over there at Robbinsville. Good athlete. Very talented running back. So I've seen him in action. We don't want him on the base pass. Here comes the pitch. And it will be strike for strike number 2. So good pitch there by Darren to work himself ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Darren gets the signs. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's 3 of them straight down the pipe as Millsap stands and looks for out number 2. So good job of pitching there by Darren, keeping the ball low and away. And that will be Darren's 2nd strikeout of the game so far. So nice job. So we've done what we've asked so far. 2 up, 2 down. Let's try to make it 3. In the plate now will be number 5, DH Peyton Welch. He is in the 9 spot. Here comes the pitch, and that will be high. So ball number 1 as Welch is DHing for number 2, Phillips today. So 1 ball, no strikes. Darren gets the signs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. As Coach Frank Manley makes his way into the park. Congratulations. As Coach was just put into the AD Hall of Fame. Well deserved by Coach Frank Manley. All the stuff he's done around here, we love him and appreciate him. So glad to have him with us. Here comes the pitch, and that will hit Welch in the back, so he will make his way down to first base.
Pitch in for a strike, and it was so good to be a part of that ceremony with Coach.
So that will be a hit by pitch. So Welch will be safely down at first. There are 2 outs. Up to the plate now. We'll be back to the front of the lineup. Number 7, second baseman Hall, as Hall was a strikeout victim his first time at bat. So Darren will look to work from the stretch now, as Welch will get a lead over at first. Darren checks him. He throws back over to first, and Welch will be back in safely. So nice job of Darren holding him close.
Coming from third we can't get the runner at home. Flipped it to the catcher, didn't make connection. Runner is safe.
So here comes the first pitch to number 7, Hall. Darren checks Welch at first.
Nothing scored.
And that ball will be high and inside. Throw down to first. Good job by Chambers getting over there to make the play. So low snap throws down to first base. Trying to keep Welch close, as he would be the go-ahead runner there on first. There are 2 outs. We are in the top half of the 2nd inning. So 1 ball, no strikes to number 7, Hall. So Blankenship checks Welch at first, gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. It will be low past the catcher, as Welch will break for second. He will stand up safely. As he rounds towards third, he's going to make a play. Nope. Changes his mind and heads back as Lowe gets the ball down to third base. So there for just a second, it looked like Welch may break towards third, but he thought better of it and went back to second. So there are 2 balls and no strikes now to leadoff hitter number 7, Hall. As Robbinsville does have a runner there on second. Darren checks him. Here comes the throw. And it swung on and hit this way, and it will be off the fence. Thank goodness, as we kind of break here as the ball was coming straight towards us and just barely hit the top of the fence. So nonetheless, that will be a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As Coach Ledford tries to make a play on the ball there so we can get things going underway. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Blankenship gets the signs from Lowe. Checks the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. Just outside for ball number 3. So it appeared to be a breaking ball from Blankenship there. Just caught the outside half of the plate. So 3 balls, 1 strike. And there are 2 outs. Darren checks Welch at second. And here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard. It will be through. Out into left field towards Southers. As he's going to make a play, he throws home. And it will be not in time. Welch will be safe. The ball gets by the catcher. As Hall breaks for second, and the coach will hold him there. So a nice job of 2-out hitting there by Hall, as he will have an RBI double. As Welch will come all the way around from second to score. And that is the go-ahead run right there. So it is Robbinsville 3, Swain 2 at the moment. As Robbinsville has done their action here with 2 outs. As we got the Black Knights 2 up, 2 down. And then Welch was hit by a pitch, and now Hall doubles to bring in the go-ahead run. So it will be 3-2. At the plate now will be number 11, catcher Rogers, as he walked his first time and came around to score the first run of the game. So 2 outs, runner on second. Blankenship gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. Will be just outside. Ball number 1. So everything looked to be going good here in this top half of the second. And then The Knights have really woken up here with 2 outs to do some damage, so looking to keep that under wraps right here. Runner gets his lead off second. Blankenship gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. And it got by the catcher, so Hall will be safe at third. I was checking just a minute there. Didn't know if it hit the batter or got behind him. Obviously it got behind him. So it will be 2 balls, no strikes as Robbinsville has advanced a runner on over to third. As Rogers has a 2-0 count. So he steps back in, gets the signs. Here comes the pitch from Blankenship. And that will be strike number 1. So good job there by Darren, working himself back into the count here. 2 balls, 1 strike. As number 7 Hall made a break like he might go home. Lowe checked him back to third. So here comes the pitch from Darren. 2 balls, 1 strike. That swung on and hit hard into right field. And it will be down, so that will get another run across as Cutshaw brings the ball back into second. So another good piece of 2-out hitting there by Rogers as he will have an RBI single as number 7 Hall comes around to score. So that will be Robbinsville's 4th run of the game. So stepping to the plate now will be number 10 pitcher McGuire. He hit a hard single last time. So there are 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, swung on it, will be hit hard into left field. Southerns gives chase. He will get under it and make the play. So big out there to kind of stop the bleeding, so to speak. So good job by their Gage to get the 3rd out. So Robbinsville has been at the plate twice and scored 4 runs as we will return in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Welcome back, sports fans. We are now in the bottom half of the 2nd inning as Robbinsville managed to get 2 more runs across the plate there in the top of the 1st to make it a 4-2 contest. So Swain will be at bat for our second opportunity here of this beautiful day here at Swain County High School. So stepping to the plate now will be number 8 DH Caleb Taylor, as he is the brother of Stanley Taylor, who hit last inning there. So looking to get this thing started off. First pitch swung on and hit hard. That's a rocket shot out into the left field. And it will get by the left fielder, but he will get it back in time. So nice job of hitting there by number 8, Caleb Taylor, as I'm pretty sure that's his first hit of the season. So great job there by Caleb. At the 9 spot for Swain will be number 6 right fielder Craig Cutshaw. Craig's hitting .250 on the year, as Craig did a nice job yesterday over at Inca, breaking up a no-hitter, getting a huge hit there in the bottom half of the 5th inning, top of the 5th, excuse me. So here comes the pitch, and that will be strike 1. So McGuire works ahead in the count to Craig. No balls, 1 strike. As Craig gets the signals down from Coach Tyler Schuler, digs in, and here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Cutshaw. As Caleb Taylor is over at first, as we are just in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. So McGuire checks Taylor at first. Here comes the pitch. It will be high and away for ball number 1. So thus far, Swain has done a great job getting the bat on the ball, as we've had a sacrifice bunt and a couple other outs. No strikeouts thus far. So looking to get the bats going. That will be high and away for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to number 6, Craig Cutshaw. As McGuire checks Taylor at first, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit hard, as that's going to get through out into right field, and Taylor's going to break for second, and he's going to be safe. So huge hit there by Craig Cutshaw, as he absolutely sends a rope into right field. So that's 2 back-to-back singles there for the Maroon Devils, as we will have runners on 1st and 2nd now with no outs. We will be back to the top of the lineup now. Number 25, catcher Dawson Lowe. As Dawson singled his first at bat and came around to score the first run of the game for Swain. Dawson hitting probably about 470 something now of that hit. So here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit high, as the pitcher is going to try to go over and get under it, and he will not. It comes off his glove. As I'm not sure what's really happening here. I guess it's a foul ball, the umpire is going to say. So the runners will go back to 1st and 2nd. As the Robbinsville coach questions the umpire on what's going on. Lowe's really not sure what's going on. He's going to make his way back to to hit again. I guess it was a foul ball.
The well hit ball is going to be deep into right field.
So no balls and 1 strike now.
She's going to be coming in. The second throw is going to be in. And
So we'll go back to where we started. So no balls, 1 strike now to low.
a huge double.
So McGuire gets the signs. Here comes the pitch.
Our bats have come alive.
Swung on and missed for strike number 2. So this appears to possibly be a big break for Robbinsville. As low would have been safe. We'd have had the bases loaded, no outs. But nonetheless, here we set runners first and second in an 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. And that will be outside for ball number 1. So nice job of Dawson there as the ball gets by the first baseman, and we're going to have runners safe at second and third. So the catcher snaps, throws down to first. Wasn't able to make a play, so that'll be a big time error. As we'll take it as our runners now advance to second and third with nobody out. So a big spot here for Dawson to try to get a couple runs across the plate. So McGuire now in the windup. Here comes the pitch. As he calls strike 3. Oh my goodness. As Lowe was kind of dumbfounded by that call as I was up here. It looked way high and outside, but nonetheless the umpire called it a strike, so we have to go with it. So huge strike out there for McGuire. Stepping to the plate now will be number 20, Gage Southards. Gage had a beautiful sacrifice bunt his last plate appearance, and he will foul that one back behind for strike number 1. As Gage had a great bunt there to work low around the bases for the first run so far. So big spot here for Gage. Runners on second, third, 1 out. As McGuire gets the signs, works his wind up. Here comes the pitch. And that appears to be in the same spot that the strike was called on Dawson. So that's not a good spot. But anyway, that one is a ball. Wish the one to Dawson would have been a ball. But nonetheless, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's low and away for ball number 2. So nice job of Gage there being patient, making McGuire work a little bit. So he's worked himself ahead in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swung on and hit hard into center field. That's going to be down. 1 run's going to get across as Cutshaw breaks for third, and he will have to stay. So great job of hitting there by freshman Gage Southards. That will be an RBI. So Gage will be safe at first. Cutshaw will make his way over to third, and Caleb Taylor will score Swain's 3rd run of the afternoon. So we've now cut the score to 4-3. At the plate now will be number 11, shortstop Trey Bradley, as Trey flew out to center field his last at bat. So Southards gets the lead at first, Cutshaw at third. Southards will break, and we will not have a throw, so he will be safe. So good job of aggressive base running there by Coach Schuler and the gang. So runners on second and third now, still only 1 out. We are in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. So big spot here for Trey, looking for big things here. Here comes the pitch. And that's a strike, straight down the pipe for strike number 1. So a 1-1 count here to Trey Bradley. As McGuire goes through the windup, huge lead by Southards at second. And I think he called that a ball. So I think it's 2 balls and 1 strike. So runners on second and third, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, and that will be a strike. So beautiful curveball there by McGuire. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on in the 2nd inning. A lot of 2s. So looking to get these 2 runs across. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit by Trey. It's off the pitcher's glove. 1 run's going to be in. We'll be safe at third and safe at first. So great job of 2-strike hitting there by Trey Bradley, as he will be safe over at first. As Cutshaw will come in to score to tie the game at 4-4. And Gage Southards scoots over to third base. So great job of hitting there. Stepping in now will be number 15, center fielder Zach Epps. Zach reached on an error by the third baseman the last time and came around to score. So runners on the corners. Bradley will break for second, and that will be a strike. He will be safe. So great spot here for Zach Epps to keep the damage going. Runners on second, third, still only 1 out. Big lead by Southards. That ball gets by the catcher, as Southards should be safe easy on that huge lead. So great job of base running there by Gage, as that will be 5-4 now. So nice job of Southards there as Trey scooted over to third base. So we do have a runner at third base now. Still only one out as we put 3 across the plate there this bottom half of the second inning. Looking to keep this inning going. So Epps steps into the box. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from McGuire. Ooh, curveball for a strike. Strike number 2. So beautiful curveball there by number 10, McGuire. So Trey gets the lead at third. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit high up in the air. The catcher's going to go over and give chase. I don't know if he can get under it as the ball tails back into the bleachers. So good, nice job of 2-strike hitting there by Zach to keep himself alive. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to number 15, Zach Epps. So Trey gets the lead at third. Here comes the pitch to Epps. Curveball swung on and missed, but it does get by the catcher. Trey's going to score easily. Zach's going to be safe down at first. So when you swing and miss on a third strike, if it gets by the catcher or is in the ground, you have the opportunity to advance. And Zach was able to do that. So we get another run across. So that will be the 6th run of the game. So it is a 6-4 contest now. So that's technically a strikeout to Epps, but he is safe down at first, so still only 1 out. Number 14, Jordan McGaha. Jordan singled last time, drove home a run. Swung on and fouled back behind the catcher for strike number 1. As McGaha hitting close to 200 now on the year, had a big hit there in the top half, or the bottom half of the first, to get a run home. So the Maroon Devils have now sent 2, 4, 6. This is the 7th guy to the plate here in the bottom half of the second inning. So McGaha steps back in. No balls, 1 strike. Epps gets the lead at first. He's going to break to second. Swung on and drilled. The second baseman can't make the play. Epps is going to be safe, and McGaha is safe. So nice job of hitting as the Maroon Devil bats have really come alive here in the bottom of the second inning. As we'll give McGaha for sure a single on that, as that was a hard hit shot down between the second baseman and shortstop. So up now will be number 1, second baseman Stanley Taylor. Stanley hitting 300 on the year as he reached safely on an error by the third baseman in the first inning. So we do have runners on first and second. Time is called. So a great job of hitting here by the Maroon Devils. It's now a 6-4 contest with 2 runners on and still only 1 out. I'm not sure what's really happening here. I don't know if we're going to have a substitution or a question. But we'll try to stick with it here and try to figure out what's going on and keep you guys apprised of what's going on. As the umpire and Coach Schuler went back behind the plate now to talk things over, but here they both come back, so I think we're fixing to get things ready to play here again. So again, we are just in the bottom half of the second inning. This will be the 8th batter we've sent to the plate so far. And it is number 1, second baseman Stanley Taylor. So it looks like we're back ready to get things going. Not sure what that was about, but nonetheless, here we go. McGuire checks the runner at second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled hard back behind over towards the softball stands as everybody appears to be okay over there. So that will be strike 1 to Taylor. So no balls, 1 strike. As Stanley digs back in, looking to keep things going here. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. Swung on and fouled again. I believe that one's going to be back out of play as it will get back past the stands. So strike number 2. So nice job of Stanley getting the bat on the ball. Just looking to get that solid piece of it now and put it into play somewhere. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Taylor. As here comes the pitch. That's way high for ball number 1. So nice job of Stanley there laying off a high pitch. As we all know, if you've played any type of baseball before, that's nearly impossible most times not to take a big hack at that thing. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and hit. Center fielder gives chase. That's going to be down. As it gets by the center fielder, Epps is going to go to score. McGaha is going to stay where he's at. Here comes the throw home, and he will be safe. So nice job of hitting by Stanley Taylor. That will also be an RBI. So Epps was able to come all the way around and score as he was going to hold at third, but the ball got past the center fielder's glove out there as Robbinsville is now going to be forced to call time. So Swain will have runners now on first and second with still only 1 out. As I think what we'll do right here, folks, while they've got time, is take just a short little break in the action, and we'll come right back to you. All right, everybody, welcome back there after that rather long meeting on the mound there as Robbinsville called time, brought everyone in, and the coach kind of gave them a piece of his mind, I think, as Swain has put 5 runs across the plate here in the bottom half of the second inning. So stepping in now will be number 9, Dawson Chambers. Dawson flew out to center field last plate appearance, and he swings on and hits this one hard down the shortstop. He's going to make the force-out throw. There will be an out at first, ball thrown to first, and Dawson will be safe over there. So that will be out number 2. So Dawson got a good bat on the ball there. Shortstop through to third, got the lead runner out. So Swain will have runners on first and second. And there are 2 outs now. So up now, number 8, Caleb Taylor. He's the DH that started all this off with a single. Here comes the pitch, and that will be outside for ball number 1. So we have now officially sent 9 guys to the plate here this inning. So phenomenal job of hitting by our Maroon Devil baseball team. So here comes the pitch now. Swung on and hit hard, foul over towards the first base line. So that will be a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Swain now has collected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5 to 6 hits this inning, depending on how you score them. I'm obviously kind of lenient because I want our guys to get the hits. So a lot of hard hit balls though. So runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard again. So Taylor does a great job. Here comes the runner will be waved around, and he's going to stand up, and he will be safe as well. So Taylor hits Taylor home. So that's pretty cool there as one brother knocks the other one home for another run. As Chambers will be safe down at first, and Taylor will be safe. Chambers safe at second. Taylor safe at first. So that is the 6th run of this inning now, as that improves the score to 8 to 4. As we've doubled them up here in the bottom of the second. Cutshaw steps in. Swings and miss for strike number 1. So Craig looking to keep this thing rolling as we do have runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. McGuire checks the signs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard as the third baseman can't make the play. Shortstop comes over. He has nobody to throw to, so everybody's going to be safe. So good job there of Craig on a fielder's choice there. He'll be safe at first. Chambers will be safe at third. And Caleb Taylor will move over to second, so the bases will be full. As Dawson Lowe will step to the plate now, he will be our 12th batter of this inning. So a lot of these guys getting their second go-around. So Lowe was a strikeout victim last at bat here this inning. If you remember, it's kind of a questionable call. So he's looking to atone himself here. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard out into the outfield. The right fielder looks to come in and get under it. The center fielder comes, and he makes a sliding play. So big-time play there by center fielder Lane Millsaps. That will be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Swain can put 6 across to make your score now 8 to 4. All right, sports fans, welcome back now to Swain County High School. We will enter the top half of the 3rd inning as Swain's offense absolutely exploded for 6 huge runs there in the bottom of the second. It is an 8 to 4 contest now in favor of your Maroon Devils, so looking to get the defense going here in this inning. First pitch by Blankenship will be low and inside for ball number 1.
Stepping up here this afternoon.
As at bat now will be number 17, first baseman Hedrick.
So 1 down and McGuire hitting.
As Hedrick got on last time, but then was thrown out on a fielder's choice. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Darren, and that's straight down the pipe for strike number 1. So a lot of awesome things going on here at Swain County High School today. We have the baseball game here being broadcast. We have the softball game over beside us being broadcast. Lots of big opportunities to watch our Maroon Devil athletes. As that pitch will hit Hedrick in the elbow, as he will ease on down to first base. So that will be the 2nd hit by pitch person for Robbinsville today. So he will be safe at first. So stepping to the plate now will be number 3, center fielder Farley. So Hedrick gets the lead from first. Blankenship checks him. Here comes the pitch. That will be high, low. Thinks about throwing down to first, but doesn't. So 1 ball, no strikes.
sink a little lower over toward
So Darren checks the runner. Here comes the sign. Here comes the pitch from Blankenship.
the eyes of the deep.
And that will hit number 3, Farley. So that's 2 batters in a row that Darren's hit.
There's a high.
So Hedrick will move over to second, and Farley will move down to first.
But the defenders
As we will have time called on the field here by Coach Tyler Schuler. And while there's a little break in the action, we're going to take just a quick timeout. All right, folks, we are back now after just a meeting on the mound there by Coach Tyler Schuler with Darren in the infield, trying to settle the guys down a little bit. Here comes the first pitch, and that will be just a little bit outside to number 4, third baseman Orr. As the Black Knights do have 2 runners on now, first and second. Both guys were hit by pitches. So I guess they took one for the team, so to say. They get their lead. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Orr. Now we get Lowe behind the catcher as Lowe gives chase. Hedrick breaks for third. He will be safe. And Farley will move down to second. So on a wild pitch, the Black Knights advance their runners over to second and third now. There are no outs. So 2 balls, no strikes now to number 4, Orr. Blankenship gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard over the pitcher, down towards short. Trey Bradley goes over, can't make the play, gets by him out into center field. 1 run will score. Here comes the runner to third. Here comes the throw. He will be safe. So Orr gets on by an error. And Hedrick comes all the way around to score. So that will be Robbinsville's 5th run there on the evening. So that will make the score 8-5. As there are now runners on first and third and no outs. Stepping to the plate now will be number 8 right fielder Wilkinson. He flew out to left field last time. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down towards second. That'll get through. Another run's going to cross. And that runner will hold to second. Here comes a throw from Cutshaw to third. And so Robbinsville waking up now. Runners on first and second. Nice job of hitting there by Wilkinson. As the Black Knights will put their 6th run across the plate.
sunny Tuesday afternoon. Our Lady Devils hosting Robbinsville during conference play.
So runners on first and second. Time will be called again. This will be the 2nd trip out, so I'm sure there's going to be a pitch and change. So we don't want to keep you around for that, so we are going to take a timeout here. It is 8-6, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back, guys. We do have a pitching change here, as I'll try to get all the lineups and all that kind of stuff set for you here at some point, as we have made some changes, as Dawson Chambers will come in now to do the pitching for Swain, as it appears that Hunter Call is now out into left field. I think Gage Southards has moved over to second base, and I think maybe one of the Taylor boys has moved over to first base, so we'll try to keep all that straight for you. So here comes the pitch, as Dawson will step off the rubber there to check the runners, as I think he was in the wind-up and knew he needed to be in the stretch, so just stepped off and called time. So runners on first and second, no outs. Here comes the pitch. Square to bunt, and that will be a miss for strike number 1. So at the plate now is Lane Millsaps. He was a strikeout victim his last time at bat. So Dawson looking to keep the damage under control here, as there are no outs. We are in the top half of the 3rd inning. Checks the runner. Here comes the pitch from Dawson, and that's bunted, and it will be up in the air. Great play. Oh, he drops it. So now what? Here comes the throw down to first. We will get the out over at first, as Lowe got up out of his stance and made what appeared to be a tremendous catch, but the ball popped right out of his glove. So the runners were able to advance. So Robbinsville now has runners on second and third. But we did get an out there. So that will go down as I guess a 3-1. So nonetheless, that is the first out of the inning here, as Robbinsville now has runners on second and third. Stepping to the plate now will be number 5 DH Peyton Welch, as he reached safely to first last time on a hit by pitch. So Chambers checks the runners. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So that looked like a good, lively fastball there by Dawson. So Dawson will check the signs. Still works from the stretch. Here comes the pitch. That is fouled off straight over this way. Third baseman goes over to try to make a play, and he will. Great play there by number 14, Jordan McGaha. So that's a huge out. So that will be the 2nd out of the inning. So great job there, Jordan, getting over by the dugout, kind of feeling where everything was. Stayed under it and just made a huge play there for out number 2. So good job of Chambers coming in. Hopefully we'll get the third one. That plate now, number 7, second baseman Hall. He's doubled and struck out so far on the evening. That pitch will be low and outside. Nice job of Lowe getting over, keeping it from getting back behind him. So the Black Knights have come across with 2 runs here. So it is now an 8-6 ball game. Here comes a pitch from Chambers. Swung on and fouled off over towards the softball field. And everyone will be safe. Hits off the equipment trailer over there, so no damage done. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hall. So runners on second and third. There are 2 outs. We are still on the top of the third in a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Chambers. That's a little low and outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Hall. And Chambers gets the signs from Lowe. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down third base. It's going to be a fair ball. He gets by him. 1 run's in. Runner's going to round third. Here comes the throw from Call. He will be safe as well. So a huge 2-out hit there by Hall, as he will be safe over at first. But 2 more runs are going to come across. And that's going to tie your game, folks, at 8-8. As Orr was able to come around and score, and also Wilkinson. So that does tie your score at 8 apiece. Huge 2-out hit there by Hall. So stepping to the plate now will be the 8th batter of the inning, number 11, catcher Rogers, who singled and walked. Big curveball, snap throw down to first. He got him. That's what I thought. The umpire never made the call. He looked around, and that was easy. I saw that from here. So huge throw there by Dawson Lowe down to first base for the out. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Black Knights can put 4 runs across to tie this thing at 8. So we'll return for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Sorry about that, folks. Dropped my pen. Coach Dills, could you throw me that pen? So we will be in the bottom half of the 3rd inning here. Ball swung on, it's going to hit high. Shortstop's going to be under it. And that will be the 1st out of the inning. Thank you, Coach. Can't work without my pen. Appreciate that. So that will be 1 out. So Gage Orr swings at the first pitch. And that will be out number 1. As that goes down as a F6. So I get everything back together here. Sorry about that. Up to the plate now will be number 11, Trey Bradley. Trey's flew out to center field, singled last plate appearance, as that ball will be outside for ball number 1. So we are just in the bottom half, actually, of the 3rd inning, and it is an 8-8 game. That is strike number 2. So good job of pitching there by number 10, McGuire. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard out into center field. He hit it a long way. Center fielder gives chase. He gets twisted, and it's off his glove. So nice job by Trey. He's going to get to second. They're going to send him to 3. Here it comes. Here comes the throw from the shortstop. And he's safe. Nice head first slide there by Trey Bradley. So Trey does a great job getting the bat on the ball, puts it out there. Center fielder can't make the play. And Trey finds himself safely over at 3rd base. So the go-ahead run will now be at 3rd. There is 1 out. Stepping to the plate now will be number 15, center fielder Zach Epps. As Zach struck out last time, reached on an error, but on the strikeout, it got past the catcher, so he was safe down at first, and he was able to come around and score. So Zach scored twice on the day. Takes that one for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. So McGuire works in the wind-up. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard. That's going to be down. That's going to be the go-ahead run, as Bradley will be safe, and Epps will be safe down at first base. So great job of hitting there by senior Zach Epps, as that will be a single and an RBI. So that will be the 9th run of the day for the Maroon Devils, as that now will put us in the lead 9-8. Stepping to the plate now will be number 14, Jordan McGahad. Jordan singled twice on the day. Got the bat on the ball, two hard shots, so looking to keep that going. Epps gets his lead at first. McGuire checks, throws over, and Zach will be easily safe back into first.
Now it's 9-8. Maroon Devils now up by 1.
So 1 out. McGaha steps in. Here comes the pitch.
Nothing since the second inning for either team.
And that gets by the catcher.
For the first,
Bud Epps will stay at first.
in the second, none in the third, or none in the fourth. Here's a pop.
So nice job there of number 11. That's Rogers from Robbinsville, keeping the ball pretty close there to keep Epps at first. So 1 ball, no strikes now to McGaha. As McGuire checks Epps. Here comes the pitch. That's way outside. So ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Going to be in for a base hit, I believe. In shallow right field, but everybody came out, so there's no other first.
So a lot of excitement behind us, if you can hear the softball action going on, as that is live today. Snap throw down to first, and he will be back safe. So 3 balls and no strikes now to McGaha.
Double last time, now big single. And he jumped to the shortstop last time.
So nice job of Jordan being patient, working the count here, making McGuire work. He's thrown a lot of pitches today. Here comes the pitch. That's straight down the pipe for a strike. So strike number 1. So nice job of McGuire getting the strike there when he needed it. So 3-1 now, good hitters count. If it's anywhere you want it, take a good rip. Here comes the pitch. That's swung on and hit. Straight into outfield. What a great line shot, but it goes straight to Millsaps. Dadjimmit. So that's going to be the second out. That'll keep Epps at bay over at first. So McGaha has done a great job hitting line shots today. They've just been right at people usually. So now Coach Schuler's going to the umpire. Looks like we're going to have time called. I've got number 1, Stanley Taylor, supposed to be at the plate. Stanley has the bat. But let's see what's going to happen here, as we'll try to get all this sorted out for you here in just a second. As it appears that Coach Schuler is looking at a lineup card, as there were some switches made. I do know Hunter Call came in there the last inning. So we do have just a little break in the action here. Swain has been able to manufacture 1 run here in the bottom of the 3rd. It is a 9-8 ball game. Has lots of action happening over on the softball diamond. Has a lot of excitement going on there. I know our Lady Devils are behind. It looks like we're having a big inning going on over there behind us. So I think it may be a 5-2 game over there. As Coach Schuler still meeting with the umpire. Not sure exactly what's going on. It's got to be substitution related, I'm sure.
Second and third. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner, Taylor Day, and the big double off the top of the glove.
As it appears maybe they have some things worked out now. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll try to figure it out. Now I'm pretty sure Taylor's still in there to bat. As legend Scotty McMahon makes an appearance on the diamond today. Legendary player and coach now at Swain County High School. So Taylor will step in. The umpire now is talking with Robbinsville about the substitutions, I'm sure. So we're going to take just a quick break here, and we'll return to you when things get back to live action. All right, folks, so we are back now. Sorry about that long delay. I'm really not sure what all was going on. It had to be something substitution related, but nevertheless, Stanley Taylor steps back in. Swung on and hit. First pitch down to the shortstop. Gets his glove down. He's going to throw over to first, and that will be the out. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So after all that time, 1 pitch and the 3rd out, but more importantly, Swain gets 1 run across the plate. So after 3 full innings of play, it will be Swain 9, Robbinsville 8. Fans, welcome back. We are now in the top half of the 4th inning, as it is a 9-8 contest. Swung on and hit hard first pitch, and that will be a hit out into left field as Hunter Call gives chase. We'll get it back in. So that was catcher number 11, Rogers, as he has singled his last 2 plate appearances and walked 1 time, so he's been a big bat today for the Black Knights. So pitching now is Dawson Chambers. Came in and finished that last inning for Darren Blankenship. At the plate now, number 10, pitcher McGuire, as he singled and flew out to center field last time. So Rogers gets the lead. That swung on a miss. He's going to break for second. Here comes the throw. And I assume he's safe. The umpire never made a call, so I guess he's safe.
A lot of stuff going on the baseball diamond. 9-8
As I really kind of feel sorry for this fella. He's umpiring a varsity baseball game all by himself, so you know what? He's doing the best he can do. So Chambers gives a look back to second. He will be safe. So 1 ball, no strikes now to number 10, McGuire. As Rogers gets the lead off second, Chambers will check him. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down to third base. McGahag comes over, makes it. Makes the throw over to first. He will be out. Here comes the throw back to third. It's going to get by Bradley. Rogers makes the play to home, and he's going to be safe. So that's going to tie everything up here now, 9-9. So the Devils did a good job there getting the first out, but an error on the throw back over to third. And that gives Robbinsville basically a freebie, so it will be a tie game. So at the plate now will be number 17, first baseman Hedrick. As Hedrick has reached on a fielder's choice, and he actually got hit by a pitch last time. So he's looking to step back in and keep things going now. With 1 out, no runners on, Chambers can work from the windup. Swung on and hit hard into center field. Epps gives chase and gets the glove on it for a great play for out number 2. So a line shot there by Hedrick out into center field, but senior Zach Epps was able to track it and make the play. So more importantly, that's the second out of the inning now. As up to bat now for Robbinsville, number 3 center fielder Farley, as he's reached on a force, and he was also hit by a pitch last inning. Here comes a pitch from Chambers. Curveball swung on and fouled off back behind. Oh gosh! And it looked like someone got hit, but apparently they didn't. So I think everybody's okay over there. As with these fields this close together, it's always kind of a crazy thing when foul balls are hit. You never know what's going to happen. So everybody appears to be okay. Curveball. And I think that was a strike. So strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Farley. As Chambers gets the sign, here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit deep. That's going to be way over Call's head out in the left field. That's off the fence. Call races to make the play. Here comes the back into Trey Bradley, as that will be a stand-up double. So just a hard hit shot there by Farley, as he just hit that ball probably 330 feet off the top of our fence out here. So that will be a stand-up double. But fortunately for the Maroon Devils, nobody was on the base path, so there are still 2 outs. Stepping to the plate now will be number 4, third baseman Orr, as he's flown out to left field and reached safely on a single last plate appearance. Here comes a pitch. Swung on and hit hard. That's going to get into the gap up into the center field. Runner gets a late break as Epps comes up throwing. So I'm not sure what happened there to Farley. He got a late break off second base. So he'll be safe at first, or third, I'm sorry, or over at first. So 2 hard hit balls there by Farley and Orr. As last time Robbinsville had a big inning, it was with 2 outs, and it appears they're doing the same thing now. So number 8, right fielder Wilkinson. Curveball for a strike, strike number 1. So good pitch there by Dawson. As Wilkinson ducked down underneath that, and the ball just kind of, the bottom fell out of it, right across the plate for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike now to Wilkinson. Runners on first and third. Another curveball for strike 2. So nice job there. Chambers working himself ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes to number 8, Wilkinson. Looking for that third one here. Here comes the pitch from Dawson. Swung on a miss for strike 3, but it does get by the catcher again, as Lowe's going to give chase. The run's going to be safe at home. So in a bad stroke of luck there from Maroon Devils, that will go down as a strikeout. But again, like we said earlier, he's able to advance because the ball got past the catcher. And that put the go-ahead run Farley safe at home. So that will now make the score 10-9. So we thought we were at a baseball game and a football game's breaking out here, so to speak. So a lot of runs coming across the plate here today. So strike number 1 to Lane Millsaps. So runners on first and second now. There are 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on a miss for strike number 2. So nice job there, Dawson Chambers, with a curveball there to Lane to get himself ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. Whoo, boy. As that appeared to be close. Lane was backing out of the box. Nice job by Dawson Lowe trying to get the call. So 1 ball, 2 strikes Here comes the pitch. Straight down the pipe for strike number 3. So good job battling back there by Dawson Chambers. That will be the third out of the inning, but not before Robbinsville can get a couple of runs across the plate. So it will be 10-9. Welcome back. We are now in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Stepping to the plate now. As that ball will be skied straight up, first baseman gives chase, and it will be off his glove. As that was number 9 freshman Dawson Chambers, it will be a foul ball. So a nice break there for Swain High. As Dawson has come in to do the pitching. Dawson has had 2 other plate appearances today, as he flew out to center field one time and reached safely the second time. So no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. Swung on and hit hard. That's going to be down. That's going to be a single for Dawson. So nice job of leadoff hitting there, as he will be safe. So we are in a 10-9 ball game here in favor of Robbinsville. But Swain at bat for their 4th time here, looking to get things going once again. At the plate now, number 8 DH Caleb Taylor, as Caleb had no hits coming into this game today, and so far on the day he's 2 for 2. So looking to get this thing for 3-fers right here. Chambers gets the lead at first. Here comes the pitch. That's fouled off behind the plate for strike number 1. So looking to get the ball in. We're ready for play now. McGuire has the ball. He checks Chambers over at first. Gets the signs. Here comes the pitch to Taylor, as that is outside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to number 8, Caleb Taylor. McGuire checks the runners. Here comes the pitch. That's low and away. Snap throw down to first, as he'll be safely back. So nice job there. Good eye by Taylor. He'll work himself ahead in the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. So here comes the pitch now. That's low and away past the catcher, as Chambers will break for second. He's going to round second, looking to third. Coach Schuler will hold him there. So more importantly, Taylor works himself ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and we do have a runner at second. We are in the bottom half of the 4th, just getting things underway here. There are no outs. Looking to get more runs across the plate, because it appears in this game everybody's going to need them. That's going to be close. He's out. He is out. So Chambers trying to get himself back into second base. Snap throw by the pitcher, and he's going to be thrown out. So lots of things happening here behind us in the softball game, as I think Swain may have actually just tied the game or taken the lead over there. Here we go. So that will be a walk there. So Caleb will make his way down to first base there. So he will be safe. And there is 1 out. To the plate now be number 6 right fielder Craig Cutshaw. Craig is singled and reached on a fielder's choice. So we do have a runner on first now, 1 out. So Cutshaw steps in. Snap throw to first. He's going to be barely back in. So McGuire, nonetheless, is not afraid at all to make throws back over to any base at any time, as he's picked off a couple of Swain runners today. So got to keep yourself on your toes on these base paths. So Taylor gets the lead. Cutshaw in. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit. It's going to be a blooper over the shortstop's head. Center fielder gives chase. Left fielder, it's going to be down. And that will be an out, however, at second base. So Cutshaw gets the single as the runner was trying to tag over first, and he wasn't able to make it to second on time, so that's going to be the second out. As Swain has actually got two runners on the base paths, but unfortunately 1 got picked off, and that one just got thrown out at second, so that will be 2 outs. So we do have a runner on first base now. At the plate, number 25, catcher Dawson Lowe. Snap throw to first. He's out as well. So he's also picked off. So we have 3 runners on the bases so far this inning, and 2 are picked off, and 1's thrown out at second. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So as we return, we will be in the top of the 5th. All right, folks, welcome back. We are now in the top half of the 5th inning in a 10-9 ball game. That ball is swung on and hit hard out into center field, and it's going to be down. So that will be a leadoff single there by number 11, the catcher Rogers, as he has gotten on base safely all 4 times today. So at the plate now will be number 7, second baseman Hall. So Chambers gets the signs. He'll have to work from the stretch now. Hall digs into the plate. Snap throw to first base, and he will be back safely. Actually, that is number 12, DeHart, as Robbinsville made a substitution there. DeHart with that single out into center field. So nice job of pinch hitting there by DeHart. So runner on first now, no outs. He breaks to second. Here comes the throw by Lowe. Gage can't get over there to it. It's out into center field as DeHart will retreat safely back to second base.
Coming off the bat of their freshman sensation, Abigail Knight, who on the season is hitting .690.
So 2 balls and no strikes now to number 7 Hall, as DeHart did steal second base. He was able to stand up safely. So Chambers gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down to third base. It will be by the third baseman. It will be trouble out in the left field. Hunter Call gives chase. Robbinsville will round third. He will be safe at home, as Hall will have a stand-up double there.
Third baseman over there, Gabby Jones, didn't find it on that first down of the spot.
So DeHart does a good job leading this inning off with a sharp single, still second. And Hall comes in to have a double down in the left field, as Swain now will call time. As it appears we're going to have a pitching change here by Coach Tyler Schuler. So we will have a Robbinsville Black Knight on second base. So we'll have a break in the action right here. So stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to us here live at the Baseball Actions. We do have a pitching change, as Trey Bradley will come in now to assume the pitching spot. And I'm not sure exactly what all else we've done, but we'll try to figure that out as soon as we can. I think Trey came in and Dawson maybe moved over to first base, it looks like, and Gage moved from second to short, and Taylor moved over to second base. So a lot of action going on over here in the softball field behind us, as it's just a huge ball game going on, and Swain is finally taking the lead over there. First pitch from Bradley will be low for a ball. So at the plate now, number 11, the catcher, Rogers. So Robbinsville does have a runner on second base. There are no outs. Here comes a pitch from Trey. Straight down the pipe for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Rogers. Trey gets the signs. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, it will be fouled straight off. It will be back behind the plate. Nobody will make a play on that, so that will be strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Rogers done a great job of hitting so far on the day. So here comes the pitch from Trey. That will be a curveball just outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second base. Here comes the pitch from Trey. Curveball swung on and missed for strike number 3, as Lowe makes a play, tags him out. So huge pitch there by Trey. Great curveball. That will be the first out of the inning.
Unbelievable. We get the lead.
As the softball game over here is just taking a lot of twists and turns. I know our game's on the lay, but it's hard not to mention it. As Swain has done a big job taking the lead, and Robbinsville has come up to bat here with 2 outs and hit a home run to retake the lead. So big action over there. That ball's hit hard out into center field. Epps gives chase. He won't make the play. Here comes number 7 around. He's going to score. Hall will be safely. So big hit there by pitcher number 10, McGuire, as he has a big RBI single, as Hall comes all the way around from second base to score. So that's going to increase the Black Knight lead now to 12-9.
Now the bases are empty. Robbinsville, a 7-6 lead, but then we're on the top of the inning.
So stepping to the plate now will be number 17, first baseman Hedrick, as he's got down on a fielder's choice today, flew out to center field and was actually hit by a pitch. So McGuire takes the lead at first. Trey checks him. There is 1 out. Snap throw. It's going to hit him over there, as he's going to break for second base. And he's going to be safe. So Trey snapped through over to first base. It actually hit McGuire as he dove back into first. The ball ricocheted off of him over in underneath the fence. So he was able to break to second, so he will be safe. So here comes the pitch to Hedrick. That's way high and inside for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Hedrick. McGuire on second. 1 out. We are in the top half of the 5th inning. Here comes a pitch from Trey. Straight down the pipe for strike number 1. So good pitch there by Trey. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Hedrick. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So beautiful change up curveball there by Trey, as he had Hedrick way out in front of that. So strike number 2. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Trey. Strike number 3. So back-to-back curveballs has Hedrick reaching. So that will be the second strikeout of the inning there for Trey. So 2 down now. The runner on second. At the plate now will be number 3, center fielder Farley, as he reached safely on a force out the first time. He was hit by a pitch, and he doubled last inning off the left field fence out here. Strike number 1. So Trey has thrown 3 straight curveballs.
Well, I just thought that when...
So no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Leaves that one a little high for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike.
That did put us ahead, though, 6-5, and then obviously got that 2-0.
Nice stop by Lowe for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Farley, as the pitcher McGuire is on second. He gets the lead. Trey checks him. Turn and throws. And he's going to be back safe. So good job of covering over there by number 1, Stanley Taylor, as Trey snapped through back to second. But McGuire reaches back safely. So here comes the pitch from Trey. That's low and inside for ball number 3. So good job of Farley after swinging at the first one and missing to work the count now to 3 balls and 1 strike. So here comes a 3-1 pitch. Curveball for strike number 2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes now to number 3 Farley with 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swung and missed. It's going to be by Lowe, though, again. As this has happened 3 times today. He's going to be safe at first. The runner's going to advance to third. So that will go down in the books as a strikeout, but it got by the catcher again. So obviously with that, you have an opportunity to advance, which is what happened. I think that's the 3rd time today that that's happened for both sides. So it is a runners on first and third now with 2 outs. Stepping to the plate, number 4, third baseman Orr. It is kind of hard to talk right now. A lot of excitement going on behind us at the softball field. And they're on the top of the 7th inning over there. Swung on and it will be fouled off over behind first base. So long foul ball as Fairley broke for second. Farley, he's going to have to retreat now. Back to first base. So that was just a long strike. So Orr gets the signs from a third base coach, steps back in. As Trey will work from the stretch, checks the runners at first and third. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit hard down towards the shortstop. Southerns comes in, makes the play, throws to first. And he got him. So huge third out there. Great play by freshman Gage Southerns, excuse me. As that will be the 3rd out of the inning. As I was looking at Orr and the name Gage come out. So I guess technically that's a Rosman guy. So maybe we combine the 2 schools. But anyway, that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So when we return, it will be Robbinsville 12, Swain 9. All right, guys, welcome back. We are now in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Leadoff batter, number 25, Dawson Lowe. He hits a shot out in the left field, but it's going to be just a foul ball. So he really got the bat around on the ball on that one. Lined it out in the left field, but unfortunately foul ball for Dawson Lowe. As Dawson has hit 3 times today, he singled, struck out, and flew out to the center fielder. Scored a run. And done a nice job behind the plate for us. So looking to play some catch-up here as Robbinsville has increased their lead now to 12-9, as this has been a definite scoring fest on both sides. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and hit hard down toward the shortstop. Comes on, makes the play, throws to first, and that will be the out. So the 1st out of the inning there as Dawson Lowe grounds out to the shortstop. That will go down as a 6-3. So that is the 1st out of the inning there.
When we come back after this timeout.
So good play there by the shortstop from Robbinsville. At the plate now will be number 20, Gage Southerns. I'll get it right this time. As Gage has hit 3 times today, he's had a sacrifice bunt, a single, and he flew out to the shortstop. Here comes the first pitch. Straight down the middle for strike number 1. So no balls, 1 strike now to Gage Southerns. As number 10, McGuire is still doing the pitching for the Black Knights today. That'll be a curveball high for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. as the Maroon Devils looking to get the bats to come alive again here this inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Straight down the pipe for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Southers. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. So big time fastball by number 10, McGuire, as that will be the second out of the inning. That is only the 3rd strikeout of the game so far for McGuire. So 2 up, 2 down now. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning. At bat now will be number 11, shortstop Trey Bradley. As Trey has hit 3 times today, he's flew out to center field, singled, and reached on an error and scored 2 runs. So here comes the first pitch to Trey. That will be way high for ball number 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Trey Bradley. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. Straight down the middle for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Trey. As the sun's starting to set here on just a beautiful baseball evening here at Swain County High School. The wind's picking up. Swung on and hit. Speaking of the wind, maybe it'll play with this ball a little bit out into right field. He gets under it, gets the glove under it, and makes the play. So for the first time all day, we have a 3 up, 3 down inning, folks. So Black Knights do a good job keeping Swain off the scoreboard again. So after 5 full innings of play, it will be Robbinsville 12, Swain 9. Welcome back, sports fans. We are now in the top half of the 6th inning in a 12-9 ball game in favor of the Black Knights of Robbinsville. Here comes the first pitch from Trey. It will be high and away to number 8, right fielder Wilkinson. As he's had 3 plate appearances today, he flew out to left field, singled, and struck out his last plate appearance. As that pitch is high and inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now as Wilkinson works himself ahead in the count. I've seen it all now, folks. We do have time. I don't know if you can get the camera out there, but we've got time because there are 2 dogs out in right field, actually. They're out there running around Craig Cutshaw. Here comes one around center field now. As 2 beautiful dogs have gotten away from their owner, and they're out in the field to play. So it looks like we've got one of them out of the way, and we've got another one out in center field. And actually, if you look back behind that, we've got another buddy who's coming down the hill. He may be thinking about trying to get out in the fence. So I guess we're getting all this for you. Strange day of baseball so far, folks, as there have been a slew of runs scored, and now we have dogs on the field. So we do have a break in the action here. As the dogs, they got a pretty good stride to them out there, as that one appears to be making his way possibly off the field as he sees his buddy over there. And now they're out of play, and we'll get this thing going again. So we've seen a little bit of everything today. So 2 balls and no strikes now to number 8, Wilkinson. Trey will work from the wind-up. And here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled back for strike number 1. So 2 balls and 1 strikes. We are in the top half of the 6th inning again in a 12-9 contest. Robbinsville ahead. Here comes the pitch from Trey. Strike 2. So good pitch there by Trey. Good lively fastball there about waist high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes as we've got to get some outs. Curveball low and away for ball number 3, so it will be a full count. As so far, Robbinsville has managed to score at least 2 runs in every single inning so far today. So we've got to do a good job keeping them kind of at bay right here. Here comes the payoff pitch. Strike number 3, so that will be the first out of the inning. So big strike out there from Trey. As number 8, Wilkinson, watches the 3rd strike go across the plate. So at bat now will be number 1 center fielder Lane Millsaps, as Millsaps has struck out twice today, and he grounded out his other plate appearance. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Lively fastball from Trey for strike number 1. So it appears as Trey has reached back and got a little extra right there on that one. So no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That's low and away for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. That must be a little low and away for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to number 1, Lane Millsaps. Trey gets the signs from low, toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch. And that is inside for ball number 3. So one guy we do not want on the base pass for sure is number 1, Lane Millsaps, with his speed. Here comes the pitch. That's hit out into center field. Epps gives chase, and he gets right under it for an out. So that will be 2 up and 2 down. And I would say that's what we want, but the last couple times that's happened, 2 up and 2 down, Robbinsville's managed to do a fantastic job of 2-out hitting, so hopefully that won't happen today. Or at least in this inning. Stepping to the plate now will be number 12, I think, DeHart. Swings and misses on a huge cut for strike number 1. As last time DeHart swung at the first pitch and lined a deep shot out into center field. So no balls, 1 strike to DeHart. Here comes a pitch from Trey. Swung on a miss for strike number 2. So 1 more strike, Trey. Here we go, bud. And this will get a 3 up, 3 down and come score some runs. So DeHart steps in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Trey. Curveball for strike 3, so just what the doctor ordered. So that will be a 3 up, 3 down inning there for Swain. So when we return, we will be in the bottom half of the 6th inning in a 12-9 contest. All right, guys, welcome back. We are now in the bottom half of the 6th inning in a 12-9 contest. As stepping to the plate now, number 15 center fielder Zach Epps, as he takes the first pitch for a ball number 1. So far, Zach has hit 3 times today. He singled, struck out, but he actually reached base. It got behind the catcher, and he reached on an error. So Swain has got to get the bats going here. We've got 3 runs and more to make up. Big cut for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Epps, as number 10 McGuire has went the whole distance so far for Robbinsville. He's thrown a slew of pitches, but done a good job the last couple innings keeping Swain at bay. That curveball will be out and away for ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to number 15, Zach Epps. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. That's low and away for ball 3. So at this point, Swain looking to get runners on any way possible. Walks, get hit, errors. We'll take anything we can right now to find a way to get 3 or 4 runs across the plate. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that is ball number 4. So just what the doctor ordered there, so to speak, is Zach Epps with a leadoff walk. He will make his way down to first base. And at plate now, number 14, Jordan McGuire. Jordan has had 3 plate appearances today, 2 singles and a hard hit shot to center field last plate appearance. As he flew out there, he is 2 for 3 on the day. Excuse me. Sorry, a lot of talking today. So Epps will get his lead over at first. McGuire checks him. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard out into left field, but it is going to be foul off the left field fence out here. So that's a long strike. So no balls, 1 strike as McGaha just keeps doing what he's done all day. He's hit line shots all over the field today. But we need to get one in play here somewhere and get Epps on around the base pass. So no balls, 1 strike. Again, we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning in a 12-9 game. As snap throw to first, and Epps will retreat, and he'll be safe this time. So as Robbinsville has picked us off a couple times today. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard towards third. It will be a fair ball off the bag, as we will not be able to make a play, and he will be safe. So that will be runners on first and second. As a good bounce, so to speak, for us right there, as McGaha hits a hard shot down to third, bounces off the bag straight up, and we will be safe. So runners on first and second now. And there are, more importantly, no outs. At the plate now will be number 1 second baseman Stanley Taylor. As we will have a pinch runner now, it appears. Number 12, that will be Tanner Parton, will enter the game. He will run for number 14, Jordan McGaha. As Stanley has singled, grounded out, and reached on an error today. He scored a run. So first and second, no outs. And snap throw, he looks back to second. Epps fully aware of that, as we have had a couple runners picked off today, but Zach makes it back safely. So McGuire toes the rubber. Here comes the first pitch to Taylor. Swung on it when he popped up in the infield just over the shortstop's head. He gives chase, and he will make the play, as the runners will have to retreat back to first and second. So that will be the first out of the inning. As we had a good view of that there as the shortstop, number 2 for Robbinsville. That is Mr. Phillips. He caught the ball in the very center of his glove, almost popped out, but nonetheless he corrals it and makes the play. At the plate now, number 9, Dawson Chambers. As Dawson looking to get a big hit here for us. Here comes the first pitch. That's inside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, no strikes as Dawson has put the bat on the ball each time today. Has a single, a fly out, and reached safely the other time. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. That's low and away for ball number 2. So nice job of Dawson there getting himself ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. As we do have, actually, that is Tanner Parton at first, running for McGaha. Epps at second, ball 3. So I keep waiting any moment for McGuire to tire out as he's thrown a slew of pitches today. As Chambers has worked himself way ahead in the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. And that will be ball 4, so the bases will be loaded. So Chambers will be at first, Parton at second, Epps at third. There is 1 out. At the plate now will be number 8, Caleb Taylor, as Robbinsville will call time. It looks like finally we may have a pitching change here from McGuire. If that's the case, we will probably take a break in the action right here. As I'm trying to see what the coach is going to do with the ball. I think he is going to make a change. So the bases will be loaded, 1 out, and let's go ahead and take a break right here. So guys, stay tuned with us while we have this pitching change. We'll return in just a second. Welcome back, guys. So check that. We did not have a pitching change, just a meeting at the mound right there to kind of get some strategy. So we will have the bases loaded, 1 out for number 8, Caleb Taylor, as he will take a ball outside. So the Maroon Devil batters doing a good job this inning, kind of being patient, trying to work themselves ahead in the count, trying to make McGuire work for everything that he has here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on it will be fouled off over behind first base dugout for strike number 1. So Chambers is at first, Parton is at second, Epps is at third. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning, and there's only 1 out. So Swain looking to get this thing tied up or the go-ahead run across the plate. That'll be swung on and missed by the catcher for strike number 2. So it will be 1 ball and 2 strikes now to DH Caleb Taylor. So McGuire gets the signs, toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch. And that will be a ball just outside for ball number 2. So good eye there by Caleb to run the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the bases are loaded. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That gets by the catcher. Epps gets a late break. He's going to make it, though. I think he's down. He's safe. So that is one of the runs that Swain High needs. So good job there by Zach Epps, as all the other runners also advance. We have runners on second and third now. 2 balls, actually 3 balls, 2 strikes, and only 1 out. So that will run your score to 12-10. Parton now on third. Chambers on second. Here comes the full count pitch. Swung on and fouled off by Taylor. So nice job there, Caleb Taylor, hanging in there in the count, fouling one off behind the first base dugout to stay alive. So a big hit here would put probably the tie and 2 runs across the plate. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from McGuire to Taylor. Swung on and fouled off again. So good job there by Caleb again, keeping himself alive in the count, giving himself another opportunity to see another pitch, making McGuire work. Still only 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Taylor. Swung on and hit hard. That's the one we need. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Chambers. He's around third. Here comes the throw in from the shortstop to the catcher. He's safe as Taylor breaks to second. And he's going to call him out, but that's okay. We get the tie and run across the plate. It will be a 12-12 game now. So great job of hitting there by Caleb Taylor as he lines one out into center field, gets both runs across as Parton came across to score and Chambers also came across to score. So that is the 2nd out. So up now will be number 6 right fielder Craig Cutshaw. Craig has singled twice, and he flew out to the shortstop. Popped one out to the shortstop, his other plate at bat. So no balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Cutshaw. Swung on and fouled somewhere in the smoke. I can't find it. See you, Gary. So that will be just a long strike. As somebody must have a brush fire going somewhere around here. We've talked about this as the Smoky Mountains, but this is kind of ridiculous. This smoke has kind of settled in here around home plate into the background. Kind of hard to see at times. So swung on. There's another one fouled off over here towards the softball field. I hope everybody takes cover. Whew, lands right in front of the first baseman. So that will be strike number 2. So that is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Craig Cutshaw. Here comes the pitch from McGuire. Swing and miss for strike number 3. So that will be the 3rd out of this inning. But more importantly than that, not before Swain can get 3 runs across the plate there to tie this thing up. So after 6 full innings of play, it is Robbinsville 12, Swain 12. Welcome back, sports fans. We are now in the top of the 7th inning. As Swain did get the bats alive there last inning, we come around. It is a 12-12 ball game with Robbinsville. First pitch from Bradley to number 7 Hall was a ball. So Robbinsville is the top of their lineup. As Hall has hit 4 times today, he's doubled twice, singled once, and struck out. So he's done a lot of damage today. Need to keep him off the base pass. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike now to Hall. As the Swain defense looking to get another 1-2-3 inning just like the last time. Here comes the pitch. Curveball swung on and hit down towards second base. Shortstop gives chase. Gage makes it. He's going to make a throw. And he will be safe. Great range over there, though, by Gage Southers to even get a glove on that ball to start with. He made that play as close as he possibly could. But Hall will reach safely over to first. That will go down as an infield single. So Robbinsville gets that important leadoff runner on base to start this top half of the 7th inning. At bat now, number 11, catcher Rogers. He singled twice, walked once, and struck out. Snap throw to first as Chambers keeps it right there in front of him. So first pitch, here it comes to Rogers. Runner on first. Swung on and hit hard down through the third base line. He will be safe, and we will have now runners on first and second. So that was just a hard shot by Rogers between the third baseman and the shortstop. As Robbinsville is looking to break this tie here in the top of the 7th inning. Swain has fought hard and gallantly to tie this thing up. Now trying to keep these guys at bay from scoring again. First pitch, strike number 1. Good curveball to number 10, McGuire. As he has singled twice, flew out once, and grounded out another time. Here comes a pitch from Trey. Swung on and hit hard towards Southern. He gets a glove down, throws to third, gets that leadoff runner. So great play there by freshman Gage Southers. As McGuire will be safe at first. Rogers will move over to second, but Hall will be out on the fielder's choice. So that's the first out of the inning. So huge play there by Gage Southern. Stepping to the plate now will be number 17, first baseman Hedrick. Hedrick has reached safely a couple times, struck out once, and flew out one time. So time has been called. Umpire now readies everyone to play. Here we go. Trey toes the rubber. Hedrick steps in. Checks the runners. Here comes the pitch. Curveball for strike 1. So Trey really has that curveball going really good right now, as it's dropping right in at the waist of these batters and kind of keeping them stalled there. Another one. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So big swing there by Hedrick. So Trey has worked himself way ahead in the count here. No balls, 2 strikes. Huge pitch to Hedrick. Way high. Here comes the runner. He breaks for third. Here comes the throw. And he will be safe. So it looked like a minute Swain would be able to make a play on that. Dawson tried to get around Big Hedrick to make the throw and had a hard time. But number 11, Rogers, slid in safely to third. McGaha did a great job stopping the ball, keeping it at third. So here comes the pitch. Curveball swung on and hit. It's going to be slow roller to the shortstop. Gage comes on. He will make the play at first. Here comes the runner towards third, and he will be down, and he will be safe. But amidst all that, Rogers was able to score on the little slow roller to the shortstop, as that will put Robbinsville ahead now, 13-12. So stepping to the plate now will be number 3, Farley. So McGuire will be over at third. There are 2 outs. Robbinsville has manufactured a run to take the lead now, 13-12. And they have a runner on third. We are in the top half of the 7th inning, so something's got to give here at some point. Here comes a pitch from Trey. Swung on and pops straight up as Gage comes over, tries to get under it. And he does make the play, so that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So the Maroon Devils will come to bat for one last shot here to try to get 2 runs to win this ball game. So stay tuned for an exciting finish. All right, guys, welcome back. We are in the bottom half of the 7th inning now. It's do or die time for Swain. It is a 13-12 ball game. We do have the top half of our lineup coming to bat. So leading off will be our leadoff, number 25, Dawson Lowe, as Dawson has got the bat on the ball pretty much every time today, so looking to get him on early and getting at least 1 run to tie it and a 2nd run to win. Here comes the first pitch from McGuire, straight down the pipe for strike number 1. As number 10, McGuire has done a fantastic job of pitching for Robbinsville today. He's given up a lot of runs, obviously, but he's kept the ball around the plate and not got him in a whole lot of trouble. Here comes the 2nd pitch. That is a ball for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit. It's going to be a blooper. It's going to be down into left field, and it will be a fair ball. So Dawson will be safe at first. He rounds, looks to second, and he retreats back to first. So huge hit there by number 25, Dawson Lowe, as he hit a line shot down the left field line. He was able to get down. So Dawson has good speed. That's a good thing. We'll have to watch the pitcher, though. McGuire's, he's done a good job of trying to pick Swain runners off today. In the bat now will be number 20, left fielder Gage Southards. Here comes a snap throw. He's going to be back safe, as Gage gets the signs from Coach Schuler down at third, as Gage has already had 1 beautiful sacrifice bunt. He singled, struck out, and popped out to the shortstop. Here comes the pitch, as it will be another sacrifice bunt, but it will go foul. So good effort there. Good bunt by Gage. Just rolled foul. Lowe just now figures it out. He's going to have to trot back over to first base. So once everybody gets reset, guys, we do have our leadoff batter on first. We are in the last half of the 7th inning. It is a 13-12 contest for Robbinsville. It is an 0-1 count to Gage. So McGuire gets the signs, checks the runner at first. Here comes the pitch, as Lowe's going to break to second. Here comes the throw, and it's going to be way in time, as he is going to be out at second. So the first out of the inning right there is Lowe is caught stealing. So good shot there by number 11, Rogers, the catcher. He got it to second, plenty of time to get Lowe. So Gage finds himself now in a bit of a spot here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Looking to get him on any way we can. Here comes the pitch. Curveball hits the catcher for ball number 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Southards. So Gage steps back in. Here comes a pitch from McGuire. Swung on and fouled straight up, as I believe it's going to make its way out of play, and it does, way off behind the bleachers. So that will run the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes now to number 20, Gage Southards. As Swain is down to its final 2 outs now, as we got the leadoff runner on, but he was caught stealing. So here comes a 2-2 pitch to Southards. Swung on and fouled straight up again. It's going to also be off behind the bleachers, so good job of Gage staying alive, getting another extra swing or 2 there. So as McGuire continues to work hard out there for Robbinsville on the mound, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard right back to the pitcher. McGuire gloves it, throws to first, and he will be out. So that will be the 2nd out right here. As the catcher thinks they've won, he throws his glove and helmet, and that's only 2 outs there, my friend. So you'll have to come back and reset everything. So 2 down now. So it's left up to number 11, shortstop, actually turned pitcher now, Trey Bradley. As Trey has hit 4 times today, he's flew out a couple times, reached on an error and singled, scored a couple runs, done a really good job pitching. So Swain down to their last out of the day in a 13-12 contest. McGuire gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. That will be ball number 1. So looking to do anything we can here to keep this thing alive. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Trey. Swung on it. We pop straight up. The third baseman's going to go over and give a look, but it will be out of play. So that will be strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to number 11, Trey Bradley. So McGuire gets another ball, toes the rubber, gets the signs. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Trey. Curveball swung on. It's going to be blooped over the shortstop's head. Left fielder gives chase. He's not going to get to it. So Trey is going to reach and keep this thing going for Swain. So nice job of hitting there by Trey. As he gets over to first, up to the plate now will be cleanoff batter, number 15, center fielder Zach Epps. Zach has reached a couple times, scored 3 runs. So big spot here for a senior, trying to keep this thing rolling. Trey gets a little bit of a lead. Here comes a pitch. That will be high for ball number 1. So I'm pretty sure Trey's probably not going to be going anywhere in this 2-out situation with Zach at bat. Going to try to stay close over there. McGuire gives him a look. Here comes the pitch to Epps. Swung and missed for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to number 15, Zach Epps. As once again, 2 outs. We are in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Swain trying desperately to find some way to get 1 more run across. Here comes the pitch. And that is called strike number 2. So McGuire worked himself ahead in the count here to Zach. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. So some big pitches coming up here. Checks Trey at first. Here comes the pitch. That is high for ball number 2. So good job of Zach there being patient. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Something's got to give here, folks. Trey gets the lead at first. Here comes a pitch from McGuire. That is high for ball number 3. So McGuire had worked himself ahead in the count with 1 ball, 2 strikes. Was throwing a couple of balls here to make it a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung and fouled off straight back. So Zach stays alive. If Zach can find a way to get on, we'd come up to number 14, Jordan McGahey, who has absolutely ripped the baseball today. So hopefully we can get to him and give him another shot to win this game for us. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, down by 1. Here comes the payoff pitch to Zach. It's high. It is hit deep into center field. The center fielder's having trouble finding it. He gets under it and does make the play. Squeezes his glove and actually looks to make sure it's in there. So that will be the ball game, folks. As Robbinsville has won this game today in a high-scoring match, it will be a final here at Swain County High School of the Robbinsville Black Knights 13, your Swain High Maroon Devils 12. Thank you so much for tuning in on the action today. Look forward to seeing you next time we're here at Swain County High School.